Hello, Craig. Welcome to Wake Up with Marci.
Hello, Marci. I could not be more excited to be here with you today. And you have my word, you will absolutely manufacture magic here today.
I love that you always say that we're going to manufacture magic. Like you just put it out in the universe and let's do it. I love it. So first of all, you're the founder of Cultivate Lasting Symphony. Can you tell us a little bit about that? And I mean, you're so motivational and you help people all over. So I'm excited to hear about that and share with others.
Yeah. So when the pandemic happened, it gave me something I haven't had in 10 years as a business owner in Manhattan. As you can imagine, it's always go, go, go. And every day I was going to work and I have my own business, which I'm very grateful for. When the pandemic happened, I thought I had 2 weeks. I closed my office down. I thought I'd be back in 2 weeks, but it gave me an opportunity to really reassess, Marci. And I had to ask myself the tough conversation and the tough questions. And the truth is am I really happy? And the truth of the matter is I've known deep down for quite some time, I haven't been happy. I haven't been fulfilled. And I was waking up every day. And yes, I go to work and it's lucrative, but it doesn't set my soul on fire, not exactly making a mark on the world. And so I put myself in that frequency where I thought I had a little bit of a window to kind of reassess. And I said to myself, the honest truth, I don't want to wake up 6 months from now, God forbid, 10 years from now, doing what I'm doing. I want to do something special. I want to share my gifts with the world. And I know you're always big on, sharing your gifts, and I appreciate that. And so I've always been obsessed with personal development. Right out of college, I was studying neuro-linguistic programming and how to reprogram the mind and all that. I just never knew I would make it in my life. And so when I had that moment, it's like, wait a minute, the writing's always been on the wall. And not to sound too spiritual, but I felt that tap on the shoulder. Not only is helping people my passion, but maybe it's also my purpose. I've always had a gift to be able to communicate with people, to make them want to take inspired action. Very next day on a run, and you and I have a relationship, so you could tell I'm very decisive. That next day on a run, I thought of the name Cultivate Lasting Symphony, which to me is to cultivate that edge in life that lasts forever, more than just watching an inspirational movie that can fade in 2 weeks.
Yes.
And also, it may or may not be a play on my initials, Craig Landon Siegel. That day,
that's great.
I pulled over, I bought the domain, I started putting out content, told the world what I was doing so that the world would hold me accountable. And next thing you know, sold out back to back coaching programs, did a mastermind, have a record-setting podcast, the CLS Experience. Obviously, all these unbelievable speaking engagements. It's brought me and you here today. So that's the story of Cultivate Lasting Symphony.
One of the things that you say is you are worthy, which I absolutely love. And I would love for you to elaborate on these words and how they've had an effect on you.
Yeah, what an unbelievable question. And for the audience watching this right now, I know you have a big audience, Marci, and they're so engaged. Let me be very clear. You are worthy of living the life that you desire. And a lot of us remain in shackles from past trauma or living with regrets, whatever the case may be. A lot of us have a great idea, but we don't allow ourselves to take action, or we're getting out of a nasty breakup in a relationship, or we have some demons from the past. Here's the thing. We don't have to live inside that story. We have the ability to own that story and live on top of it. We are all worthy of changing our life and pivoting in an instant. I mean, look at me, for example. Like, I pivoted in the pandemic because I believed that my gifts needed to be shared with the world on the biggest scale, and not selfishly for Craig, but just to help revamp as many minds and reach as many lives as I possibly can. So to answer your question in a nutshell, everyone in this audience is worthy of creating change for themselves.
Absolutely. And we all have our own gifts. It's just tapping into those gifts and listening to, again, because I'm going to be spiritual, to that higher power to guide you as to what your gifts are to give to others in the world. So another thing, that affirmations are so important. Like, we need to speak in a certain way to ourselves. And one of the things that you say is, why not you? So why is this one so important to you?
Yeah, I thought you'd never ask. So why not you, right? And again, to the audience, I speak to you. You have a great idea. You want to open yourself up to a new passion project, to a new relationship. You want to leave a mark on the world. I ask you this, why not you? And let me be very clear. Like, when I started CLS, I had one moment of imposter syndrome where I said to myself, well, who's going to believe Craig? Like, Who's going to believe me? And then it took me a second. I realized, wait a minute. I did start 2 businesses from scratch into 8-figure juggernauts. I did go from being unable to run a mile to conquering 4 marathons that very year. I have helped people throughout my life with the revamping of the mindset and so forth. I am my own testimonial. So as soon as I had that realization, I looked myself in the mirror and I literally said to myself, why not you? The only thing holding us back are the made up limitations that we create. Here's the best part. You can replace those limitations with possibility. You just have to decide and believe in yourself that you are worthy, and why not you?
I love it, Craig. So what does it mean to take messy action? I love that you say that, messy action. What does that mean?
Yeah, it's so important for the audience to understand, because a lot of people, and like we keep saying, like they want to do some epic things or they want to start something new. People say, well, it's not the right time, or I don't know where to begin. Here's the secret. You just begin, and then from there, you cultivate confidence, not the other way around. If you wait until the perfect time, you'll never get started. And let me be clear, I'm not a parent, but my brother just became one, and I speak to my parents. Like, I know that no one's ever really ready to have a kid, right? Like, you're never ready to do something. Right. You just have to show up. And how you show up is not only a reflection on you, but it's how you support and how you share your gifts.
That's exactly right. I love that. I love that, Craig. Real quickly, because if you can believe it, time is almost up. I want to talk about the CLS experience that you brought up. And also, I was so excited to be a part of it. So thank you for inviting me on your podcast.
Thank you.
Just tell us really quick what we can expect, the audience can expect, and where we can find you.
Yeah, so anywhere you listen to podcasts, type in the CLS Experience. Also on Instagram at Craig Siegel _CLS. The podcast has been breaking records. Here's the thing. We obviously have big, recognizable, notable names on there, like the juggernaut Marci. And here's the thing. We don't just talk about the success stories. Everybody's familiar with those. We like to dive deep about the mindset when people were at rock bottom. People like you, Marci, and great successful people. What was their thought process when they were pushing through adversity or overcoming challenges? And the best part is we talk about tangible techniques that you can literally start applying in your life immediately after listening to the episode. So I think the audience has really resonated with that, because it gives an opportunity to these larger than life figures to be really humble and vulnerable and tell their story on how they overcame all these challenges. So anywhere you listen to podcasts, the CLS Experience. And I can't wait for the world to hear the one with you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Craig. Thank you for coming on Wake Up with Marci. And this is the Mother's Day special. So I hope you have a special day with your mom.
Happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful and amazing women out there, especially you and my mom. Thank you so much for having me, Marci. We'll speak again soon. Love you very much.
All right. Love you, Craig. Bye.